Gateway, and I'm bringing you your general weekly reading for the week 13th to the 19th of January. I am working with the second edition of my Sacred Geometry Healing cards, and the link is below to where the cards can be purchased, as well as other products such as my Liquid Alchemy in a bottle, which are vibrational elixirs. And this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody, and that's okay. Oh, look at that. First card to come through, Awakening. I absolutely love this card, and it has so much meaning. When this card does come out, I'm going to pull another card on top of it, because it also tells us what we need to work with more so at this point in time. But this, this card is just beautiful. It is conscious evolution. And I look at it, and the actual shape of it is what we call the truncated octahedron. And when you look at this and you look at the actual, the polygon faces, the two dimension of each face, either being a square or the hexagon, it is all about, it's all about the earth heart, and it's about our connection to the earth heart. And boy, I did touch on this last week, but with what is going on, especially here in Australia, and yes, we also, there's a lot of crap that's been going on. Crap is probably not the right word, but it is crap, because it's just, there has been a lot of loss that has been going on. But especially here in Australia with the fires, just as much as we have to transition and we have to transmute and transform on so many levels, so does our earth. Everything is connected. We are all connected. As you can see here, whales hold the ancient wisdoms, the ancient knowledge of this, of our lands, of the awakening process, the cosmos. And oh my God, we are seriously going through next level stage of something, and there's some big shifts happening. And as awful as it is with what the land is going through, what people are going through, what the animals have experienced, we need to go through this, because as I say, for every crisis there is a gift, and this needs to happen for something amazing, something beautiful, something new to be born, to regenerate. And you know what? This is what's come through. So I'm pulling the balance card on this, and it's all about finding the perspective of balance within our world, within our cosmos, within ourselves. And as above, so below, as within, so without, as with the universe, so with the soul. And that's Hermes Trismegistus. And it's so true. It's all about, this is all sacred geometry that is, really coming through. And the way I want to explain it is because what happens on one level happens on another level. So on the micro level, being ourselves, it happens on a macro level. So we're looking at the galactic core. We're looking at, on a much bigger scale. And it is, for one thing to happen within ourselves to create the shifts, we're also going to see it on a much wider scale. And we have to start bringing in the balance into this world, because we live in a world that is so dominated by fear and power and greed and, God knows what else, that we actually don't take time to smell the roses. We don't take the time to find and center ourselves and come from a place of nurturing, come from a place of love. And we need to shift our thoughts, shift consciousness. And that is what is going on right now. The shifting of consciousness is the awakening process. Oh my God. Okay. And it couldn't be any better with the balance card. This balance card is ultimately the 9 solfeggio frequencies. So when this comes through, it's about telling us that yes, we are going through a massive shift of consciousness. Because we're working with, new frequencies and new vibrations, where it's all about rebalancing and recalibrating ourselves. So honestly, it couldn't be better, the cards that are coming through. And yes, our world in particular right now, Australia has gone through devastation and is still going through devastation with fires. But we are going through a time of major changes that are happening. And God is showing it too in terms of the way everybody has come together. And you know, and working together to save our planet. I mean, how bloody beautiful is that? Okay. We are walking our talk. We are reflecting on where we have been, and it's now as we're reflecting, we come back and we start to walk our talk. This is our time. This is 2020. This is about laying our foundations, and it is foundational because look at this. We're creating a stability within our lives, and this is what we are doing. How awesome is that? But as we do it, we're doing it in harmony. And this is the Taurus. This is something that I was writing about today. It's all about integrity. It's all about wholeness. It's stability. It is the most balanced of geometries of what's underlying within it as well. But it is the most balanced of all geometries. And we don't want to rock the boat. We don't want to rock the Taurus because, you know, if we put this out of whack, then everything's going to go out of whack. So it's about keeping those frequencies, keeping that harmony, not only within ourselves, because everything around us, everything living has that Taurus around it. And when we're working with this, we're working around ourselves, we're working around Earth, we're working around the galactic core. So it's about keeping it in harmony. And if you look at this card, it's a 40. Excuse me, now I've got the hiccups. The 4 is we're looking at stability and foundations. Oh, excuse me again. Okay, couple more cards. Love this reading. Oh my God. Right. Couple more cards for the weekly read, please, and thank you. Okay, beautiful again. So the next card to come through is the dodecahedron. It is spirit or ether. It is one of the 5 platonic solids. When this has come through, it's about telling us how we are going through that major shift of consciousness that is coming through here. It's about working with our intuition. And it's about being, you know, truly opening up and connecting into spirit. You know, for those also that are starting out, you know, they're going through that awakening, that shift of consciousness right now in a very big way. It's about allowing ourselves to open up and to truly connect to a higher frequency, to a higher source. And as we start to do that, we start to connect in. We know, as I said earlier, as above, so below. We can actually then bring that energy in, those frequency in, and we can bring it into our physical reality right now. So we can do this through meditation. We can do it through crystals. We can do it just going and sitting in nature and connecting in on a higher frequency, because the universal frequency is the 432 hertz, which is actually what the cymatics behind here does show. And this is what we can do to help ourselves. As we do that, we actually realize that we can reach unlimited potential. And this is the truncated icosahedron. The truncated icosahedron is actually the shape of a soccer ball, but it also is the shape of our DNA. And what it is saying is that as we go through these shifts of consciousness, as we start to change the way we perceive, the way we think, we can actually start to change the cellular structure. Because everything within our bodies is geometry. Geometry stores memory, and we have the ability to create the world that we choose to live in. Wow. Bottom of the deck is the 963. And this is the I am frequency. Oh my God, this reading is awesome. And all I got to say is have a beautiful week wherever you are. Know that believe, trust, and have faith, because there's awesomeness coming your way. We'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.